I feel like the greatest thing that I did that I couldn't figure out, why a lot of times I would try to talk to people and it just wouldn't click. Sometimes it's just admitting something. A lot of guys come to jail, for example, and say, hey, it's not my fault, it's the rat's fault, it's the government's fault, it's the prosecutor's fault, it's the judge's fault, it's the agent's fault. And I would say, once I woke up, I'd say, bullshit, it's your fault. You hung out with the rat, made him your friend, committed crimes with him, he snitched you out. The prosecutor went to school, that's his job. The judge might not like you, he shouldn't like you. If I read your indictment, I wouldn't like you either. The agent's job is to lock you up. Whose fault is it? It's your fault. And they get mad at me. Say, oh, come on, that's bullshit. How do you say that? You're sticking up for them? No, you're just not seeing it. I would try to break through to people at times and say, listen, wake up. Smell the coffee.
Do you think you can break through to anybody?
I don't know. A couple of times I would tell people, what right did I have to stick a gun in somebody's mouth? And now that I'm suffering for it, I deserve this. And snitches. Had I snitched? Let's say I snitched. To me, those are the worst people in the world. Snitches. They get right out of jail and they go back to the same thing they were doing, because if you don't, we used to have a saying: if you inform, you never get a chance to reform. You need time to think about what you did, and you should be punished for what you did. If you teach your son to tell on everybody in school, continue to do bad shit in school and just tell on all your friends and say they did it. Get involved in every bullshit that people are doing. Graffiti walls with your friends, but if you get caught, say your friends did it. Is your son going to grow up to be a good man? He's probably going to be a bum when he grows up. This is what snitches do. So I think the greatest thing that I said was, it's my fault. I should be punished for this. And then I had all that time to think about life and how I could change myself and what I could do to change myself. And I would try, even guys who were doing their time and didn't snitch, I would try to break through to them and say, listen, realize what we were doing wasn't right. It's not right to stick guns in, to beat people up with baseball bats and break their bones. Even if it's justified, because a lot of times when I was violent towards people, it was justified. But in my world, had I not put myself in that world, then it's not justified. It's justified once I'm there and it's me or him, yeah. But I shouldn't be there. I shouldn't put myself in that position. So it was just difficult. I was frustrated a lot of times where I just couldn't break through to people. And I feel like had I been able to do that, I would have been happier, because not too many people. I did try to get people to read in jail. Some would read, but they just didn't want to change their mentality. I thank God for that. I was able to.